You got into TikTok Shop, now you want samples, but they're not coming in yet. I got into TikTok Shop 3 weeks ago. As of the past 2 weeks, I have samples coming at me left and right. There's two main ways to get samples, but there's an additional step that a lot of people don't share that can get you samples even faster and can get you even more samples when normally you would be denied. So listen up for that. Let me also add that in the beginning, when I first got accepted into TikTok Shop, I placed an order for 5 products. That way I could start promoting before I got samples. What I also did was I went around my house and I looked for items that were on TikTok Shop that I could start promoting that way too. So before you even get samples, do those 2 things if you can, and then work on getting samples, because the more you post videos about things and they see your videos, the more likely they are to give you free samples as well. The main 2 ways that you can get samples. The first way is to go into the products, right? Go into the products like you normally would, and if you look on the product once you're in shop, now this won't show up unless you're in TikTok Shop already, but once you're in TikTok Shop, once you go to the product and that little promotional box will pop up, again, only for shop affiliates, so it won't be there unless you're in, and it'll say request free sample, and you can click that. That's the most common way to do it. Typically you can only request 3 to 5. I can still only request 5, so that doesn't really get you very far. The second way is once you start getting samples in, collab invites will show up. So when you go into your TikTok toolkit, it'll say collab invites. If you go into collab invites, that'll be where different companies are sending you invites to promote their products. You can accept and request as many of those as you want. Additionally, once I was doing that, at first I still wasn't receiving samples. I was getting denied a lot the first couple of weeks. I don't think a lot of people are sharing this tip out. But if you go in after you've requested a product, if you go in, and I'll put a little picture right here, you can click on the product and it says contact seller. You can chat, send a message to the seller asking for them to consider you for a free sample. I have found personally that if I message the seller something professional, asking them to consider me for the product, I get accepted way more than if I just request it and wait for them to get back to me. So if you add that little extra step at the end, you might start getting more samples.